Hello and welcome back to my Zero Escape Virtue's Last Award. Well, last episode, we achieved the Sigma ending, which we uncovered a whole hell of a lot of things. And I don't really feel like getting into it all. We learned a lot. If you want to know more, you can go check out the video for yourself. I also got the Sigma bad ending off camera, and it was actually slightly more interesting because basically Sigma gets 9 BP, everyone pins him down, K suffocates him, they put him in the infirmary, they chop off his hand, and then they leave him all by himself. So it was actually kind of interesting, but still not anything super remarkable. But now we are in pursuit of our third to last ending that we're going to be getting. I can't believe how fast this game has gone by. We're going to get the Quark Ending in this episode. We're going to go through 2 more escape rooms in the next episode. I think 2 more escape rooms? Maybe only 1. I'm not sure. But either way, we're gonna go through some escape rooms. We're gonna get to, and we're gonna get the Luna ending, and then we are going to have all the pieces of information we need to get the true ending of the game down over here with Phi's ending. So there's a lot ahead of us, and I'm actually kind of curious about today because Quark's ending. Quark seems like the one character that just doesn't quite fit, right? Because we have Clover and Alice, who are the spies working against the Myrmidons. We have Junpei in pursuit of Akane, who presumably is in control of the Nonary Game. We have Dio, who's in direct opposition to both Akane, Clover, and Alice. Sigma and Phi, something's going on with them. They can jump around timelines. I don't know why yet, but they clearly have a role to play. And then Kay is linked to Sigma somehow. Luna has medical background, and she'll have a role to play. But Quark's story should be just intrinsically linked to Junpei's storyline or Temioji's storyline, however you want to look at it. So I'm not quite sure what we're gonna learn in this ending that's gonna set it apart from I guess maybe why he specifically is the one who was initially infected with the virus, perhaps. I don't know. Whatever it is, we're just gonna jump straight into it. We had the ally. We voted ally this time, which is not what Clover wanted us to do, but you know, voting betray kind of got the game over. So we got the ally. Or we voted ally, which is not what you want to do, but it's fine. We are going after the Quark ending, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So let's go see the results. I heard her behind me, her voice barely louder than a whisper. The choice was already made. I stood up straight and kept walking. Oh yeah, by the way, this timeline took us all the way back to one of the first ones we did in this game. So wait. Oh. Oh dear, so how does this work? How does this work is my question. Because we already, like, I know we have to have seen the Sigma ending to get the Quark ending. And my gut reaction as to why is probably because that's going to have something to do with the fact that his arm thing doesn't actually, like, it's not a real arm. Because we just got betrayed by Dio, so in theory Sigma should die right now, but
results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
I'm very curious to see what's gonna happen in the next 15 seconds.
What?
Sigma's BP.
Negative.
Suddenly all eyes were on me. I felt their weight but stood my ground. It was the result I expected. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. I didn't have to wait long. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins. I knew it was there. So maybe they'll just chop off the arm, I guess, to stop it from flowing to the rest of the body, because if it's not a real arm. First would be the anesthetic Sopril. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Trying to open my eyelids was like trying to lift sheets of lead. My eyes had lost the ability to focus, but I could make out a blur that had to be Dio in front of the number 9 door. Damn it. You'll keep your promise. God damn it. I groaned with a Herculean effort lifted my head and then my sluggish body off the floor. Every step was a battle, and whenever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give out again. But somehow I forced myself ahead, a single thought burning in my mind. I would reach Dio. Then at last. The smudge of color faded into a recognizable person. I threw out my hand in front of him. Give it back. Give me the medicine.
Get back. Don't act like it's yours. Are we supposed to share everything we find here?
I don't care. Just hand me the medicine.
What are you talking about?
We found the Exalavir in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
What?
You mean he has it right now?
Yeah. So?
I kept my promise. Now, you. I wasn't a fool. I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give us back the Exalavir, but if he didn't, I'd die with my hands around his throat. I gathered as much of my mind as I could and got ready to attack.
Fine.
Not quite what I've been expecting.
Here.
Don't throw it. With a shrug, he pulled the vial out of his pocket and tossed it toward me. I caught it and pulled. Okay, that's lucky. You're dying on the floor and you somehow managed to gather. Okay, you caught it somehow. Pulled the tiny glass bottle on my chest, worried I might drop it. The label said unmistakably, Exalavir. It was the real thing. Clover, take it. I held it out toward her.
Right.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, God. Oh, oh, God. Oh, dear. Warped Clover looks very weird.
Of course.
Oh, Jesus Christ. She quickly tucked it into her pocket. Good. Now at least Quark will be alright. With that, the last of my strength left me and I dropped to my knees.
Sigma, are you okay? Sigma!
I guess this is it.
First is the
Yeah. 9 minutes. Once the soap was injected, I had 9 minutes until the muscle relaxed and followed it. About 4 minutes had already passed, which left me with 5, give or take a little. In 5 minutes, I would be dead. What could I do in 5 minutes? How could I save myself? I gave a raspy, quiet laugh. Even with death staring me in the face, I seemed to be determined to struggle right up until the very end. Okay, Sigma, you can do this. Clinging desperately to what little consciousness I had left, I racked my brain for any possible solutions. How could I save myself? How? There had to be something. Every problem, no matter how difficult, has a solution. There's always another option. Hopelessness is a state of mind. I just had to think. If there was a way out, I'd find it. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. There had to be an answer. Just cut off the arm. Just cut off the goddamn arm. Do a Walking Dead and cut off the goddamn arm. Yeah, I know what you're saying. We don't have anything strong enough to cut off a goddamn metallic... Wait! The door! Oh my God, the door!
Sigma, there's something...
That's so smart! That is so f***ing smart! K and D will have enough to open the door. If they open the door...
Cybernetic...
If Sigma just lays his arms underneath the door... Gotta hand it to you. What the hell was that? That'll be strong enough to cut off the metallic arms. Of course my arms were artificial. Titanium allied bones with an ABT exterior to mimic human skin, but I had no idea why, nor did I know why when my human arms, which I distinctly remembered having, had been replaced. And that flash of Luna I'd seen, I was certain it had never happened. Those things hardly mattered, though. If I survived, I could worry about them later. The fact that my arms were mechanical, however, that might be useful. You don't say. I called up all the strength I had left and stood once more time. What are you waiting for? Why don't you open it already?
What?
Did I stutter? Open the number 9 door.
Sigma, what are you saying?
Looks like you finally gave up. Whatever. I was just about to flip the switch anyway.
And hurry up.
Hey, don't rush me. Okay, you got 9 BP now, right?
Yes?
Well, what do you say? Want to come with?
I will remain here.
Why?
I cannot abandon Sigma.
Because he is me! Somehow. Go. You have to go outside. Call for help. Do you think Dio will? He's the only one who gets out of here. There's no hope for the rest of us. You're the only one we can count on.
I understand.
Great. Glad we got that settled. Shall we go?
No, stop!
5 began to move, but it was already too late. Dio grabbed the lever and threw it down.
The Nonary...
It's been fun. Peace.
I promise to call for help and return as soon as I can. Please, do not give up hope.
Yeah, I know. Just get going already, but... Just you, Kay.
Huh?
As Dio turned to look at me, I crouched. Then, calling on every last bit of strength my wearied body could supply, I launched myself toward him like a coiled spring. I slammed into his legs, knocking him to the floor and wrapping my hands around his ankle before he could get back up.
Hey, what are you doing, you bastard? The door's gonna close. Like, go! Go, goddammit! Let me go!
He lashed out with his free leg on my head, shoulders, and arms, but I held on. I ignored the pain, tightening my grip with every blow.
Hey, what the hell is this shit? Why are you doing this? I kept my promise, didn't I?
Yeah, so did I. As far as I recall.
What?
I didn't say anything about letting you escape.
Shit! Stop screwing around, asshole! I have to get out of here. I'm not going to let my sacred mission get fucked up by some self-righteous idiot.
Dio began to pull himself along with his elbows, bit by bit edging closer to the exit. He was headed straight through the door, but the gate was already beginning to close. With only a few feet to spare before it shut, he crawled across the threshold and beyond the door.
Sigma, stop! That's enough! Please, you have to let go! The door's going to shut on you if you don't let go!
Alright, see you later, Dio. Very, very clever game.
You're an idiot, right?
Very, very clever game. That is... Oh my god, this game.
Just hurry up and die, you senile old fuck!
No, I'm going to live. So smart. I mean, disgusting and grueling and gruesome, but so goddamn smart.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the Nonary Game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have escape is not possible. Please enjoy.
So goddamn
your
smart.
stay.
So fucking clever. The announcer's voice grated at the inside of my skull. I felt tired, so very, very tired. I felt my eyes flutter close, and then nothing.
Sigma! Sigma! Finally awake, huh?
Oh, hey, you're up. Where am I? I rubbed my eyes and slid my legs off the bed to stand up. Well, to be honest, it was an examination table, not a bed, which meant... the infirmary, huh?
I guess they carried you out here after you passed out.
Yes?
I wasn't there to see it. I was out just like you, but I was in the AB room.
Why?
That bastard K. He punched me in the stomach. I can't believe him. He didn't want me voting, so...
Whoa. And after he knocked you out, he voted betray, which brought his BP up to 9.
Yes.
So where is he now?
On the other side of the number 9 door. With Dio. You told him to go, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Is your arm okay? I
Arm?
heard what happened. Cybernetic arms, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. I was starting to get a feeling something was up with you.
I looked down at my left hand, or rather I looked down at where my left hand should have been. Instead there was a stub wrapped in white gauze. I told myself I'd do anything to get the cure, even if it meant letting Dio betray me, but I had a feeling I might come to miss my hand. Oh yeah, how's Quark?
Right here.
Hey there, little guy. Haven't seen you up and conscious in about 12 timelines. Man, I'm glad you're alright. Feeling better?
Thanks to you. You got the medicine from that jerk Dio, right? Luna gave it to me, and now I'm better. Thanks. You're the best, Mr. Sigma. You saved my life.
I'm so impressed. That was stroke of genius. It seemed they'd shared stories while I was asleep. See, now that's how story logs can be used effectively, unlike that bullshit from the last one. Everyone knew now how I made a deal with Dio and about the journal we'd found with the Latin in it. Clover and Fi seemed... Oh yeah, remember we found that journal about 12 timelines ago? Yeah, it was fun. Clover and Fi seemed to have done most of the talking.
It was completely the opposite of what we guessed. We're not infected. The rest of the world is. That means this place isn't a quarantine facility. It's more like a shelter.
And yet, Quark and Alice were still infected somehow.
Well, we don't know anything for sure yet. I thought the same thing you did, but then Sigma pointed out a couple of discrepancies.
Yeah, Fi and I have already gone over it, but I explained what I noticed. One, if we were in a shelter for uninfected people, then why had Quark been infected? Any place designed to keep a virus like that out would have a lot of safeguards to keep anything from getting in. Had the virus really bypassed all those measures, it didn't seem likely. 2. The timing of our abductions and the pandemic's outbreak was strange. It would make sense if we'd been rescued after the disease had become widespread, but that wasn't what had happened. First, we'd been abducted, then the pandemic broken out. Yeah, probably because Akane put you all in here preemptively to preserve the human race. Again, there's holes in that theory, primarily why host... Like, yes, keep them here, but why would you make them go through the Nonary game at that rate? We didn't know why Zero had put us in the Nonary game. If we were survivors, he wanted to protect them. Why try to kill? Yeah, that's a good question. If we were in a shelter, why wasn't it safe?
Well, what about this? Maybe someone anticipated the pandemic. I don't know who. Probably Zero. Anyway, they grabbed us before the pandemic really started. Then they put us in the shelter.
Yeah, that's the same conclusion that I arrived at. The problem there is that why, like, yes, do that, but then why make us go through the Nonary game? Is it just to keep us from getting bored? Because there's about a million better ways to do that.
But then, after a while, he got bored, so he decided to have us play this game to kill time.
There's a million better ways to do that. Who on earth would make people he rescued play a game where they could die just because he was bored?
Well, we don't actually know if there is poison in this bracelet.
Which makes sense for her to say that because of 999. And yeah, that's the same thing I said, which is like, okay, so it happened the first time, maybe not. But, like, the K ending seems to suggest otherwise. What?
You're the only one who's gotten injected so far.
No, Phi also did because of from the K ending.
And when you did, it was only Soparil.
What are you saying? That what I did at the number 9 door was all pointless?
No, that's not what I mean.
That can't be it. I'm sure there's tubocurarine in the bracelet. The Atom's analysis confirmed it.
But what if the Atom is lying?
If you're going to do that, then we don't have anything to base any speculations on.
Yeah, it's like if you're gonna go to that extent, then nothing means anything anymore.
You could say that the newspaper article was fake, or that the Latin journal wasn't real.
Or the journal was real, but my translation was a lie.
You made it up?
No, my translation was accurate. I'm just making the point that once you start talking about this stuff being fabricated, it doesn't stop. I don't think Zero is doing this just to take the piss out of a lime.
What?
I was just trying to stress that I don't think Zero would do this to pass the time.
How do you make that mistake?
However, I do think Clover has half a point.
Meaning?
That someone did anticipate this pandemic. That part seems reasonable.
Well, if the virus was spread on purpose, then I could see how that might make sense.
Yeah. It's not like Noah put all the animals on his ark after the flood happened. He went around before the rain started, right?
Are you saying that we were rescued because we're all that's left of humanity?
And this is all lining up with what I said. The problem is that I don't have an explanation for why Akane would make us all do the Nonary game again, especially given the events of the first game.
We were brought here because someone knew there would be a pandemic that would turn us into an endangered species? Does that mean we're supposed to repopulate the planet?
Repopulate? I looked around with the Sigma. Of all the people in this goddamn room, it would be you to start analyzing his options. Oh my god, Sigma! Oh my god! 4 women, an old man, and a kid. That meant I was the only young, fertile male. Repopulation, huh? That didn't sound... Sigma, my guy, what are you doing? Maybe there wasn't any reason to escape. If the newspaper and the journal were right, then the world outside was crawling with a deadly virus. Why would we go expose ourselves to that? This would be the safest, happiest place on Earth. I don't know about that one there, buddy.
The game's over. There's no point to any of this now.
No, that's not true. The game might be over, but we've still got a lot of unanswered questions. In fact...
So? Are those answers going to open the number 9 door again? It's all over. Why we're stuck here doesn't mean shit. The 8 of us aren't leaving, ever. That's all that matters.
8?
You're including the old woman?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we're in a timeline where Akane... Right. Forgot about that.
Hey, you know what? What if the old lady is Zero Senior?
Yeah, this is all what I said. This is all exactly what I said. So are we gonna get the reveal that Akane is her then? Is this the ending where we get that reveal? We never even considered that.
But that would mean the person in charge of all this was murdered by somebody. That doesn't make sense.
It's tough to compartmentalize what I know because we've jumped around so many goddamn timelines, and also because we did this route like weeks ago. So it's tough to compartmentalize exactly what we learned here that they know that, because like we have the knowledge from the Tenmyoji ending that that Akane is, well, I guess it's just a combination of all the endings that line up for Akane being her. So it's just like it's tough to separate out what we do and don't know from what the characters do and don't know. But it feels like we're about to build to the reveal that Akane is Zero, in which case my theory would be correct. I just still can't fully explain it.
Maybe she wasn't murdered.
She was.
Huh?
Dio admitted
Are
it.
you saying she was infected
No,
and
Dio
killed
admitted it.
herself?
Dio already admitted it in a different timeline. We didn't find the knife or any kind of weapon in the AB room with her.
Maybe she was killed somewhere else, and then someone carried her in there.
What? That's ridiculous.
Well, maybe we should go take a look at her one more time. Maybe we missed something.
Sure, okay. We looked down at the body of the old woman. Phi was the first to move. Quietly and methodically, she began to examine the woman in her clothes. I just stood there. Even if she was dead, no, especially because she was dead, I just didn't feel right touching her. After a few silent minutes, Phi suddenly stopped. She pulled something from one of the old woman's sleeves and held it out toward me. Yep, there we go. There we go. There's the reveal that we already knew, but still, it's the confirmation. Akane Kurashiki, ladies and gentlemen, in full swing. Now we knew that weeks ago, but it's finally been officially confirmed.
Looks like an ID card for this place. Since it's got her picture on it, I'd say it's a safe bet the card is hers.
Huh, looks like her name is Kurashiki. Kurashiki, you ever heard of her before?
You?
Yes, we have. Pass equals... Let me write that down really quickly. Password equals Jumpy Doll. We're gonna need this for something guaranteed. Jumpy Doll. Not that I need to write that down, but still, just in case. Something written here. It says Jumpy Doll.
Well, actually it says pass equals Jumpy Doll. So I'm guessing Jumpy Doll is a password of some sort.
What the hell does that
It's
mean?
me.
Hey, Temioji, you know anything about this? It looks handwritten. She must have put it on here herself so she wouldn't forget it. Hey, Temioji, you know anything about this? We were still looking for the card over when I heard a commotion from the other part of the room.
Alice, what's
Oh,
wrong?
no.
Alice. Oh no.
What are you planning to do with that?
Oh, no. Not again. We ran to the end of the room, skidded around the partition. Don't be her having... It's like they have a hat of tricks and they just pull the same tricks in every ending. There stood Alice, her hand wrapped tightly around the scalpel. She didn't seem stable. Her eyes were flat and hollow. Da-da-da-da-da. Same thing as always. Yeah. Alice is going insane. Someone tackle her, please. Or just stand there and do nothing. That's also, you know... Okay. Great. Oh, that's the ending! Oh, okay! Oh, wow! That ending was crap! Wow! Wow! That's the ending. That's the Quark ending. Really? Okay! Yep. Frickin' sure thing, dude. Sure thing. Alright, so there were some funny jokes in there, you know, with Sigma looking around the room to figure out, examining his options. We got a password, and that's interesting, I guess. Let's see, what else did we learn? The only good thing about that ending was the clever way in which Sigma survived. Everything else is basically just trying to figure out what's going on, which, like, they just all recited all the theories I've been going through up until this point, so, yeah, that ending, kinda crap. Gotta admit, maybe it's just because I just sat through the Alice and Sigma ending, and compared to them, this ending is just pales in comparison, but, I don't know, it also didn't really have anything to do with Quark at all. Like, that's what I mean, is, like, that was not Quark's ending, That's just, I think what happened is they're like, alright, we need an ending. We need to find a way to give the characters this ID card with the password on it. But it doesn't fit naturally into any of the other characters' endings. So what do? Well, we haven't written Quark's ending yet. Why don't we, like, staple it onto Quark's ending and see if that works out for us? And then they're like, great idea. Because aside from the fact that we got the Exalibur form, that had nothing to do with Quark at all. Which, again, that's what I said. It's like, he's the piece of the puzzle that doesn't quite fit. His story is intrinsically linked with Temioji's. So it feels like Temioji's ending... In fact, you probably could have reversed them. You actually probably could have reversed the names of the endings, because that was more Quark's ending than anything else. And then this, you could have made this into Temioji's ending by having the reveal that Akane, or that she's Akane Kurashiki, be interlinked with the fact that Temioji is Junpei. Because as it stands, the fact that this is labeled the Quark Ending just doesn't make any, I mean, it makes little sense, but, hey, on the bright side, we only have 2 more endings, and then the end of the game will be upon us. I can't believe how fast this game has gone by. Like, this game has just absolutely flown by. I mean, it's been a blast, but it's like, man, this has been so much fun. I've really been loving this. Then again, I said the same thing about 999, and then it all kind of fell apart at the end, because, you know, the final part of, the actual ending of 999 was just garbage from start to finish, but, yeah, that's the Quark ending, apparently. So hopefully this game's ending is much better. But there you go. Only 2 endings left to go, the Luna ending and the Phi ending. Here we go. I'm excited. That'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time to catch you all tomorrow for some more Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward. Goodbye.